If you have a bad switch and you don't want to replace it, I'll show you how you can fix it. We'll verify that the switch is jumper wires to connect to the wires for the switch. When we turn on the switch, you can see there's absolutely no continuity, and there should be. If I touch the jumpers, you'll hear continuity. At this point, we know we can replace the switch, but I'll show you how you can take it apart and fix it that way, but it's not for the faint at heart. Lift the switch out, pull it apart, and I'll show you where the problem is. We'll need to pull the top plate off the switch without putting any pressure on these connectors, or everything will fly out. Top off very careful because there's springs in here, and if this pops out, it'll take hours to put it back. Contact we need to clean is right in here. I'll push the button to show you. When I push the button, it'll close onto this contact. You can see as I push the button, it pushes onto that contact. We need to clean that contact. Under a microscope, we can see that dirty contact. A piece of 400 grit sandpaper and fold it in half. Grit on both sides. Between the contacts, we'll go ahead and clean it. Back and forth, you can push the switch and make the contact a little tighter, but that's got to be clean in between those contacts. With a little bit of contact cleaner too. Let all the contact cleaner evaporate out of there. Add a little bit with some air. So check the contact of the switch. That's good. Check the wire. Connected from the wire at the ends. And when I push the switch, I still don't hear continuity. So there may be something wrong in the wire connection. Hook it up to another unit that I know is good. Push the button. You can hear continuity on this one. So everything on this is good. I've got this second one opened up. I'll clean it just to keep it running good. Double check to make sure it's working. And it's good. Top back on without popping out any of the springs. And press it into place. Put our protective cover back into place. Top on, press it again, verify, and it's working. The cover back on. And when I press it, I have to press pretty hard to get it to beep. I need to adjust this mechanism so it turns on a little bit faster. The top off again. I'll need to bend this up a little bit so it contacts a little faster. Pliers, I'll twist it up a little bit. Adjustment, give it a try. Much more responsive. Set this one aside since it's working and take a look and find out where that broken wire is. Back on the switch since we know the switch is working. Wait on the switch to turn it on. Bend in the wire, see if we get continuity with any of the twists here. Seems like they typically fail at little places like this, but I'm not finding it. Pull the test probes off and check it. You can see the switch is good. Somewhere in the line it's broken. This one I'm going to have to either find a new wire or buy another foot pedal. When I peel back this insulation for this cable, you can see that it's completely shredded and broken right about in here. This is not supposed to be a solid wire. It's like a shielding that goes around. I'll shorten the cable and retwist this stuff up. You basically have to make a wire out of the shielding. To make the wire a little bit more solid, I'll put solder all the way through it. The wire's back to the switch. The wire's so deteriorated, I just ran a separate ground from here all the way in. It'll work, it's just ugly. We'll end up getting a new one, but this will work in the meantime. Do a final check. Everything looks good. Just because something's broken doesn't mean it has to stay that way.